So we are looking at the Cross Dyke, the Pepscombe Cross Dyke. They're prehistoric features in the landscape. They normally cut off spurs of, in this area, downland. So we're standing on a spur, part of the downs that heads out into the Weald, with valleys on either side, and a cross dyke runs across that spur. Now, so nobody really knows what they're for, but the current idea is that they are demarcating an area up on top of the downs, and that the reason for that is possibly because of the cemetery up here. There are tumuli up on the very top of the downs, and perhaps this cross dyke and about 4 or 5 others created a bigger area, marking out or providing a boundary for a cemetery site up on the top. So important historic and prehistoric sites are turned into scheduled monuments. They're protected sites. So this has protection, but it needs to be enforced. 10 years ago or so it was quite clearly visible, but since then lots of ash trees have come down and the brambles have come up and really covered it over. Difficult to see at the moment, apart from 2 points on the footpaths heading up the slope, and there you can see the ditch in the bank. What we need to do is clear the vegetation from the ditch in the bank to a point just beyond it, so that we can put up some sort of fence, a dead hedge sort of fence, to prevent damage to the scheduled monument, which is what we don't want to happen. We want people to be able to see it, but not to cause any further damage to it. My thought was about, well, according to the map, 40 metres that way.
25 metres.
Yeah.
So the idea basically is to clear all this, expose it, and then fence it.
But it needs to be cleared back to the edge of the monument, which is down there.
Yeah.
Here we are on top of the famous Cross Dyke that runs across the spur off the South Downs, heading northeast. So to my left we've got about 30 metres of earth bank, even more to the right hand side. We're trying to clear it, and there's quite a lot of bramble and trees grown over it. I think that's the top. Goes to there,
and then runs off.
It plummets really, because the track down there is really quite low. It's a very steep hill, so I think that's the end. But unfortunately that distance is quite a lot less than 30 metres.
So we think.
So there's an awful lot up there, like 40 metres at least, I would say.
Oh well, that's next week.